I'm going to read you the story of Sheila, which is titled like this: After Dad's funeral, my family threw my stuff out on the lawn. Changed the locks. This house belongs to us now, get out. I smiled and said nothing. Their faces turned pale when the notary said this house was not listed in the will because it belongs to me. Well, let's go. I was sitting at my desk going through quarterly reports when my assistant knocked on my office door. Sheila, there's someone here to see you, says he's your father. My pen froze mid-signature. I hadn't seen or talked to anyone from my family in almost 10 years. Not since that day when I was 22 and they basically threw me out on the street. Tell him I'll be right down, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Let me back up here because you need to understand why this was such a shock. My name is Sheila, I'm 32, and I'm the financial director at a pretty big company. I worked my ass off to get here. But my family situation, that's a whole different story. When I was 6 years old, my mom just up and left. Packed her bags one day while Dad was at work and I was at school. She ran off with some guy she'd been seeing behind Dad's back. Left me there with a note from my father saying she couldn't do the family thing anymore. Dad was devastated. He filed for divorce right away, and Mom didn't even bother showing up to court. So it was just me and Dad for 3 years. He tried his best, you know. Made me breakfast every morning, helped with homework, took me to soccer practice. We had our routine down pretty good. I thought maybe we were better off without her anyway. But then when I was 9, she came back. And get this, she had a little girl with her. Maybe 2 or 3 years old, blonde curls, big blue eyes. Mom was crying and begging Dad to take her back. She said the kid was his daughter, that she'd been pregnant when she left but didn't know it at the time. Said she'd made a huge mistake and wanted to come home. Dad demanded a DNA test. When the results came back, turns out the kid really was Dad's daughter, my sister. Please, I was stupid. Mom kept saying I want to fix this. I want us to be a family again. Dad forgave her just like that. They got remarried in a small ceremony. I was the only kid there since my sister Emma was too young to understand what was happening. I thought maybe things would go back to normal. Except now I'd have a little sister to help take care of. Boy, was I wrong about that. From the moment Mom moved back in, everything changed. She acted like I was some stranger living in their house. All her attention went to Emma. Every conversation was about Emma. Emma's first words, Emma's cute little outfits, Emma this, Emma that. And Dad, he got caught up in it too. Suddenly he was more interested in playing tea party with his new daughter than helping me with my math homework. I tried to fit in, I really did. I'd offer to help with Emma, try to join in their conversations, suggest family activities. But Mom would always find some reason why I couldn't participate. Emma's too young for that movie. We don't have room in the car. Emma gets fussy around bedtime, so maybe you should stay home. By the time I was in high school, I felt like a ghost in my own house. I'd have family dinners and forget to call me down. They'd plan weekend trips and somehow forget to include me. When I graduated valedictorian, they showed up for the ceremony but left early because Emma had a soccer game. I got a full scholarship to college across the state. Best day of my life, honestly. I packed everything I owned into 2 suitcases and got the hell out of there. Studied business and finance, kept my grades up, landed internships.